What's up? What's up? Hey, wanted to make a video really quick because withdrawal day is coming up. So wanted to talk a little bit about what's going on, and a couple of concerns have come up. So I want to bring it up to you guys via video and via email as well. So number one, welcome to week 9 of 12. So including this week, we have 3 weeks left. And then our last week, and then finals week. So including this week, 3 weeks left, and then finals week, and we're done, okay? We're done with the summer course. So what I'm starting to notice is that some of you guys have stopped watching the live lectures, okay? Which is through Canvas. So it looks something like this. Let me get to it. So under modules, hopefully you're seeing my screen here. So under modules, where let's say we're going to exam 4 here, if you hit 7.1 in Canvas, you should see Chance Resource, my PDF of the notes, and then also the video, okay? So this is the requirement that I have for you in terms of what I need you to watch and look at and everything else, okay? So that's what I want you to watch. Now, some of you guys have not watched it ever. Some of you guys have started watching it, felt like it was too long, so you guys just kind of cut it out, and then you're trying to find an easy way out. There's no easy way out. First of all, you guys aren't really that great at math for some of you guys, so I understand. So it means that it's gonna take even more work, okay? More practice, more, everything else. If I was good at something, I wouldn't have to put in as much work, although I'd be excited to put in more work, but it's the things that I'm not good at that I usually avoid, but that's what I should be working on, especially if my grade depended on it, right? So the live lecture should be something that you're constantly looking at. I know that when I took an online course, because I wanted to pass, and the stuff was math, but it's not things that I'm good at because I haven't taught really high level math for a long, long time. So what I had to do was I had to go back to the lectures constantly. I mean, the lecture and the notes are pretty much exactly how I'm putting it out here. And I would tell you that virtually and she didn't assign homework all the time, but every time she assigned a homework, I would go through the video a couple of times. And then during the exam, before the exam, I would watch almost every single one of her lectures another few times so that I can go through the notes again and kind of remind me of certain things so I can do well on the exams. So I want you guys to understand that you guys, for the ones that aren't great at math, you should definitely do that, okay? So that's one thing. Let me bring it back to the Word document here. Yes, some videos are longer. I tell you to break it up. So when you look at this video, it says it's 39 minutes, 17 seconds. I understand that's a very long video. You know what? And remember, this is 7.1 to 7.3. So you could break this up into 3 parts or break it up into 20-minute segments, right? So break this video up into 2 parts, watch the first part, say, okay, let me go to the homework. It should at least cover 7.1. Let me see if I can do 7.1, all right? And then go, okay, let me watch the second part of the video. If I watch the second part of the video, I should be able to do 7.1, 7.2, and 7.3. So it's okay to break up those parts of the video. You don't have to watch it all at once. You can break it up, okay? And then, how about if I put it this way? If we were in the ground course, meaning if we were in a classroom, you would be in my classroom 2 to 3 hours each day, twice a week. So that means that you would have been listening to me anywhere from 4 to 6 hours each week, okay? So the live lectures don't add up to, 4 to 6 hours every week. So I want you guys to understand that, so kind of put some perspective to that. So if you're in a classroom, if you're gonna spend 4 to 6 hours just listening to me, then you might as well spend that 4 to 6 hours just watching these videos. And also, because you're gonna say, well, if I was in a classroom, I can ask you questions. Well, guess what? I'm here. I'm willing to answer questions. There's been plenty of questions that's been asked. There's been plenty of Zoom that's been requested. I answer all of it, okay? Any questions that come in, I usually use my iPad, I write it notes, dictate through it so that they'll get a video back so they can actually listen to me explain certain things. If not, we go live on Zoom and I'll explain things while they're asking me questions as well. I have no problems with that, okay? So I want you guys to really do that rather than going to an app. And this is the reason why I haven't released the lab work this week yet, because I want to have this video done before I put out the lab work, because this past lab work, I graded number 6, and there was quite a few of you guys that used either Mathway or, well, now Mathway is costing money, so some of you guys probably won't be using Mathway, like a Photomath or Microsoft Solver to do it, and you're writing things down that they wrote, that they have down, and honestly, it doesn't even make sense to solve it that way, okay? The way they have it down is with an anticipation of what the answer is going to be. You don't know what the answer is going to be. The apps are a computer. It knows where it's going, all right? I don't even know where it's going to be, all right? So when I did it this morning, I knew exactly what the steps should be. I went through the apps and going, that's what the way they're going to do it, which doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. But I can follow it, but it doesn't make any sense. So therefore, I can tell which ones were from the apps. And some of you guys maybe got away with it because you kind of go, this, why would I do this right here? So you kind of, you might have used the app to kind of fudge your way through it, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that, because then at least I can't catch you. But if you are using an app and you are showing work, your lab work should be a 0, okay? That's called cheating, plagiarism, and a lot goes with it. So understand that, okay? That's something that can be reported. You will get a 0 on the course, you will fail the course, and then you'll also get some penalty from the school as well. So I'd rather not have that happen. So I want to put that in front of you guys right now, all right? Get away from that app as soon as you can, because I'm going to tell you right now, the ones that use the apps, I would say 1 out of however many that use the app did decent on the exam, and then the other ones that use the app did not do very well on the exam at all. There's a reason for that, okay? So if you need help, ask. I'd rather that you ask than default to going to an app to try to find the answer and just to get the work done. You gotta remember, the lab work is open for the whole week. The exam is open for the whole week. So on Sunday, when you tell me that something's jammed up, like Canvas I can't upload to Canvas, or I can't take the exam today because something happened, I'm sorry, too bad, all right? You had the whole week to take it. You should have taken it Monday, or Tuesday, or Wednesday, or Thursday, or Friday, or Saturday before you had to take it on Sunday, okay? So if you're not ready for it, I understand. So if you have questions, ask, all right? Just send me a message. I'll respond. It's just as easy as that. Got it? All right, so with that being all said, withdrawal date is July 9th, which means it is in 2 days. I believe today is the 7th. Yep, today is the 7th, 8th, 9th. So on Thursday, July 9th is withdrawal date, meaning you can withdraw from this class if you want to. And of course, you're going to be saying, they're going, well, what do I need on exam 4 and the final to pass this class? So what I did was I did do a grade calculator. I'm going to show you right now how to use it. But remember that you have to download it and open in Microsoft Excel, okay? I'm going to show you how to go into your grade book in Canvas. I have updated everything there. All the homework's in there. So you don't have to worry about what grade you have in MyLabs Plus. Everything is in Canvas. Got it? I'm going to show you how to use that grade calculator. And in the grade calculator, there is actually 2 tabs. One is if you're missing an exam, and one is that you took all the exams. And then also where to get the averages, okay? So let's go over there right now. So it's in Excel. So when you download it, it looks something like this, all right? So I want you to look at the bottom right here. They're both locked, okay? Notice the first tab says if you have taken all 3 exams. The second tab says if you are missing an exam, okay? And notice that it's totally different sizes, all right? So, whoa, whoa, whoa. Of course, how about there? No, and there. That would work. This way, at least they're still different sizes, but at least you can tell, okay? All right, so you need a, so if you look at this, if I hit tab, you'll see these highlighted things right here. There's only 6 spaces it will highlight. Homework average, lab work average, exam average, and then the 70, the 80, the 90, okay? So where do I get homework average, lab average, lab work average, and exam average, okay? So for both of these, you're gonna need that, okay? No matter what, all right? So what you wanna do is log into Canvas, and what you would do is go to your grades, okay? This is the view, so that's why I have it that way, so that I didn't realize how you saw the grades. Now, if you notice here on the right side, it shows you that the assignments from MyLabsPlus is worth 10%, your lab work is worth 10%, your exams are worth 60%, and your final exam is worth 20%, okay? So when you see this, you'll see all these things right here. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom where it's all bold and everything else, this shows you what your assignments averages, your lab work averages, your exam averages, all right? So I'm gonna take those averages. So assignment was 100%. So I go here and go, okay, 100%. My lab work average is 51.43, so 51.43. And then my exam average was a 65, okay? So what does this tell me? This is so this is assuming I took all 3 exams, okay? Excuse me. This is assuming that I'm taking all 3 exams. So if I did, so this is what happens. I need a 73 on exam 4 and the final exam in order for me to get to average out a 70%, which is a C. Now, you might want to say, well, what if I got a 72 and 72? Now I'm probably going to fail. So maybe you might want to adjust this to like a 75, right? So my goal should be between, you know, towards an 87 for those 2 exams so that I can guarantee that I get a C. So even if I get 86, I'm not going to fail with a D, right? So, but if I set this at 70, then if I get 72 and 72, there is a chance that I'm going to get a D and fail this class, okay? So what does the 102 and 130 tell me? Well, those 2 tell me that I have 0 chances of getting a B or an A, okay? Even though if the B, the lowest B I can get is 80%, I can never get it. I would have to get 102% on exam 4 and the final exam. So therefore, I have no chance, okay? However, let's say that this exam average right here was the average of 2 of the exams I've taken, and the 3rd exam, something happened. I was in the hospital all week long, and I had no chance to take it, right? Or I got COVID and I got stuck in my bedroom, and basically all I can do is pick my nose and watch TV, okay? Which is fine, no big deal. So if that was to happen, if you miss 1 exam, and you can only miss 1 exam, okay? So let's put the same grades in there, 151.43, so 151.43, and the last one was 65, I think it was. Is that right? Yep, 65. Okay, so now this is telling me I have a chance for a B, okay? And no, you cannot send me a message saying, so can we just pretend I didn't take exam 3? Sorry, can't do that, okay? This is, the no makeup policy is for the sake of just in case some emergencies happen and you couldn't take the exam, okay? That's what it's supposed to be for, not a strategy to how to, you know, get a chance to pass. So this is telling me that I need a 71% on my exam 4 and my final exam to get a 70 as my final grade. So if I get a 70 and 70, chances are I'm going to fail. Okay, I'm going to get a D. So I would make this a 75 so that I know that, or a 72 even. So I know if I get a 74, I'm still going to be okay. Okay, so you can adjust these three numbers here, okay, and these three numbers here. Those are only 6 numbers that you can actually adjust, okay? So this is gonna get sent to you via, let me see here. I'll probably send it to you via your Canvas message. I'll probably attach this to it and also the video to it so that you can watch the video and this, and then you'll see that the lab work is gonna get posted. Or maybe what I'll do is put in announcements so that you guys have everything right there as well. Let me see, what else is there? So we know how to get the averages. They're right here, all the way on the bottom. So when you go to your grades, okay, you have to scroll all the way to the bottom. And like right here, this is my so-called current average as a test student. I didn't make up these grades. So here's there are 3 averages I need. Okay, obviously you're not taking the final yet, and this average is only the average of 2 or 3 exams, okay? Let me see, what else do you need in here? Don't forget, you must download it. It'll be, if you have a Mac, it'll be in a downloads folder. If you have a PC, it'll be in a downloads folder. You got to open it with Excel, and then you got to pick which tab you want. Did you miss an exam or not? Right? So you got to look at, okay, am I missing an exam? Because some of you guys did miss an exam. Most of you guys, it'll be this exam, exam 3, and some of you guys have taken all 3. Okay, so you will pick that tab if you've taken all 3 exams. You will pick this tab right here if you miss one of the exams, and you can only miss one. If you miss 2, you automatically fail. Well, you won't automatically fail, but that second exam will be a 0. Okay. And then you know where to get averages. It's all in Canvas, so everything's up to date now. So when you do that, let's say that this, now you can, let's say that this was 85, right? You know what, let's go back to here. Let's say that this was, my homework average was 75, okay? Let's even make it worse, 65, all right? So this tells me I need an 83 to get a 70, right? You could essentially go, okay, whenever he has the homework open again, maybe I need to focus on that and try to get it to 100, just so I can see that if I worked on homework, it would lower what I need on my exams to pass with a C. Okay, so notice that when it was a 65, that I needed 83, but if I can raise this to 100, it would be down to 73. So it's 10 less points altogether. Okay, and I want you to think of the 273s as it's an average between those 2 exams. Okay. Or think about the total number of points. So 73 plus 73 is 146. Okay, so if you want to think of 146, and let's say on the first exam you get 100%. Okay, that means the final exam you only need 46% to pass with that 70. Okay, I want you to think of it that way. So think of 73 and 73 as the total number of points of 146. So 73 plus 73. And then whatever you get on exam 4, just subtract it from that 146, and that's what you would need on your final exam, okay? Now, if you get a 46% on your exam 4, that means you need 100% on your final exam, okay? And don't forget that this homework grade average that you're putting in is the current homework average, okay? There's still assignments to be done. If you decide I'm not gonna do any more assignments, and if that drops, it's going to change what you need on those 2 exams to pass. So you got to keep this part up, the homework average up to, you know, as close to 100% as possible. The lab work, you got to go, wait a minute, I need to get this better. I got to try to raise that as much as I can, because that's going to help me, again, lower this grade. Because if I can get the average up to 65, look at now I have a chance for that B even. Okay, not saying it's a great chance, but it's still a chance. It's better to have a chance than no chance whatsoever. Okay, so maybe the lab work, we gotta say, hey, I gotta work a little bit harder so I can get 100% on the next few lab work, so I can raise that average back up to a 65, so that I have a better chance, right? So those are all things that you guys need to think about. And let's say you say, you know what, I'm just too tired of this course. I'm just too tired of Chan. There's just way too much work to be done. I don't want to watch videos. I don't want to do homework. Then that's fine. Then just make sure that you drop by July 9th. That's all it is, okay? And you'd rather have a W on your report card than an F, because when it comes down to it at the end of the semester, if you're not dropped by July 9th, I'm gonna have to put down an F for you, or whatever grade you got. And then what happens is that that is a strike towards you, and then you have one more chance to pass this class. If not, then you have to pay the tuition out of your own pocket. And this might be your second time, okay? If that's the case, then, and if you decide to just give up, then again, you'll have to pay out of your own pocket for the next time you take the 1033 to try to pass it, okay? So again, this week, couple of things that you want to do, right? So you got homework 7.1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to be done by this weekend, okay? You have the lab work, 7.6 or 7.12 to be done, all right? You have to make a decision, do I withdraw from this course or do I stick with it? And then lastly, am I gonna delete that app from my phone right now or my iPad so that I can stop using it, or any other sites that you're going to try to use that app, and instead of using the app to ask for help, okay? Again, I'm here, I'm willing to help you. It's just that you just need to ask, okay? So unless you want me to come by your house and start knocking on your door and asking if you need any help, that's not gonna happen, all right? So I hope that helps with everything else. If you need anything, let me know, all right? I'll talk to you later. See ya. Bye.